Hey folks, it's time for Isaac's Saturday Race Tips. Today I'll look at races taking place at Sandown and at Rosehill. So let's start off with Sandown. Let's start off with race 1. The Tobin Brothers Celebrating Lives Handicap. To 1,000 metre, I've got number 3, How Romantic. Barrier 8, currently back to $4.80. Theodore Nagent on board. I've also got number 7, Diamonds in the Sky. Barrier 5, currently back to $7. Brett Preble on board. Last start, finished 3rd in a 1,000 metre at this track. So it's used to the distance, used to this track, and Diamonds in the Sky looked pretty good in the field. So I'd probably go Diamonds in the Sky for the win, and How Romantic maybe second for a Quinella. Race 2 is the IVE Print handicap, and it's a 1,400 metre. So I've got number 10, Frankie Pino. Now this horse, he's an absolute star. I love this horse to bits. Barrier 18 for this race. Last race at this track was a fantastic win, and it was a roughie. Currently backed at $14, so pretty good odds there for Frankie Pino. Hopefully he can surprise punters again today. I've also chucked in number 18, Camburn, Barrier 9, John Allen on board. Came second in his last start, so Camburn will go well, but I'm sticking with Frankie for the win. Race 4 is the listed Tim Maloney Stakes, 1,400 metre. I've only got the one selection, and it's number 2, Zuzarella, Barrier 9, Brett Preble in the saddle. It's the favourite at $2.15. She's brilliant. Zuzarella won the Atlantic Jewel Stakes and also the Roll the Dice Racing Plate, but both were 1,200 metres, so this is a 1,400 metre. That extra 200, does she have it in her? I think she does, and hopefully Brett has a really nice ride and win on Zuzarella. Race 5 is the Ladbroke Sandown Stakes. It's a 1,500 metre. I've got number 2, Elephant. Barrier 4, Damon Lane on board. It's the favourite at $2.25. Came second in the Thean Stakes. But the main horse which I really want to see get the win is number 3, Harbour Views. Barrier 6, Dean Yindell on board. Currently backed at $6, and it surprised everyone in the Sofitel. It had that fantastic win. It paid about around $17-20, I think it was off the top of my head. Harbour Views, hopefully he can just, get that strong finish and the win. So Harbour Views on top for me for the Sandown Stakes. Race 7 is the Underwood Stakes. It's an 1,800 metre. I've got number 2, Zaki. Who else but Zaki? Barrier 3, Craig Williams on board. Favourite at $1.26. Cheap odds. Take me back to the Winx days. Zaki's such a strong horse. I've mentioned this over the past few weeks and over this year. The ability for this horse to just finish strongly and win by, lengths and necks and etc. and just explode coming up to the straight and clear out the rest of the field is unbelievable. But James McDonald normally is in the saddle for Zaki at Rosehill and up in New South Wales. So at Sandown, let's see how he goes with Craig Williams. If not Zaki, I think maybe number 4, Superstorm, and I know it sounds a bit wild, but Superstorm can get maybe the upset and win. Barrier 4, Damon Oliver on board. It won the Fian Stakes. It's currently back at $12. If not the win, because I think Zaki will get it. Superstorm maybe place 3rd or 2nd. Hopefully it finishes strongly. Race 8 is the Beck Pro Build Testarossa Stakes. Now it's a 1,300 metre. I've got 2 selections. Number 1, Saucy Bon. Barrier 6, currently back at $9. And also number 5, King of Hastings. Barrier 5. And it's currently back to $5. John McNeil on board for King of Hastings. Both need to pick up their form. They've been a bit off lately. So, a win or a place, or a placing, I should say, would be great for either one of these horses. To pick a winner, I'm going with King of Hastings for the win. Folks, let's move off to Rosehill. So race 1, the Precise Air Handicap. It's a 1,900 metre. I've only got the one selection. It's number 2, Casino Mondial. Now, Barrier 3, its last start at this track had a fantastic win, so I'm going with Casino Mondial to go back-to-back wins. It's been fantastic. Race 5 is the Heritage Stakes. It's an 1100 metre. I've got number 2, Home Affairs, barrier 9, currently back at $4.60, National Wheeler in the saddle. Or I've also got number 4, King of Sparta, barrier 11, currently back at $7, and Hugh Bowman got the ride on King of Sparta today. If I needed to choose a winner, I'd go with Home Affairs. National Wheeler's been fantastic throughout the past few weeks, and I think he can get the win on Home Affairs in race 5. Race 6 is the Shannon Stakes. I've got number 1, Imaging, barrier 1, favourite at $3.20, James McDonald on board. I think number 3, Archidemus, who's in barrier 10, currently back to $9, Joshua Parr in the saddle. I think Archidemus may get an upset or, at least place it. Won the Hawkesbury Cup, which was a 1600 metre. And, so just 100 metres cut off for this race. But this was, that Hawkesbury Cup was a few months back, so it hasn't been up to, good recent form, but it's had great form earlier in the year. Now, let's move off to race 7, the Golden Pendant, 1400 metre. I've got number 6, Marbusha, barrier 3, $13, came third in the Shirako Stakes. Now, I've also chucked in number 10, Vangelic. Tim Clark on board, currently back to $6.50. Hasn't had a win for a while. In fact, its last win was in 2020. Marbusha on top for me. I thought it finished strongly in the Shirako Stakes, and I think it can finish strongly in the Golden Pendant and get the win. Race 8 is the Golden Rose. It's a 1400 metre. One of the major races of the day. I've got number 1, Anamoe, barrier 8, favourite at $1.85. J-Mac in the saddle. It won the run to the Rose. It was fantastic there. It just exploded and had a strong finish. Jesus Star. He's just a beautiful horse to watch. James McDonald, Anamoe, great duo. A fantastic duo, and I think it's going to, strike again in the Golden Rose and get another win. I've also chucked in number 5, maybe for an upset, but I think in the Congo can get a placing at least. Barrier 6, $9.50 is the odds. Tim Clark in the saddle. It came second in the run to the Rose. So Anamoe's beaten in the Congo before. Maybe the tables can turn. You just never know. But Anamoe sits on top for me. I just think he's just too strong. Race 9 is the Gloaming Stakes. It's an 1800 metre and the last one I'll look at on the race tips. I've got number 4, Allegron. Barrier 10, $8.50. Kieran McAvoy in the saddle. Now, it had a win in the... It had a win at Newcastle a month ago. So, not up to, good recent form, but hopefully maybe gets a win today, gets back on track, and Allegron, I think, can win the Gloaming Stakes. Folks, that's all on the Saturday race tips. Folks, it's going to be a fantastic day of racing. Sit back, relax, and enjoy it. If you are taking the punt, good luck, and as always, gamble responsibly.